Weeks from election night, and tonight the vice presidential nominees went head-to-head in their first and only debate.
Do you want a you're hired president in Hillary Clinton, or do you want a you're fired president in Donald Trump?
There's a reason why people question the trustworthiness of Hillary Clinton, and that's because they're paying attention.
Did you watch? My co-anchor Mike Marusarz is live at the debate site in Farmville, Virginia. Mike.
A spirited discussion, no doubt, finished up about a half an hour ago. I am inside what they call Spin Alley. There's a big sign above here, and surrogates of both campaigns have now packed this area, and they are talking to reporters from all around the world. The goal here is to frame the debate reaction, to figure out exactly which candidate won. Well, that's up to people out there and more people that we'll talk to in just a minute, talking about, did these candidates tell the truth tonight? Hillary Clinton tweeting that she couldn't be prouder of Tim Kaine, and Donald Trump tweeting he felt like Mike Pence was the victor tonight. Let's bring in Lauren Carroll. She's with PolitiFact, and of course a lot of people watch these debates and wonder, did these candidates actually tell the truth? And that's part of what you guys have been doing, putting them through the truthometer. So let's get to a couple of comments. Let's begin with Governor Mike Pence.
Sure. So we have a team of about 20 people looking at as many claims as we can throughout the night. So this is one of the first things that we identified and were able to publish. And Mike Pence said that Hillary Clinton was involved in this status of forces agreement in Iraq, and said that one of the reasons why Iraq is now overrun with ISIS is because she failed to renegotiate the status of forces agreement, talking about the number of U.S. troops in Iraq.
And what was the result after you assessed whether or not that was true? What did you find?
Well, we found on our truthometer that this claim was mostly false, and that's mostly because a lot of the negotiation over the status of forces agreement was not only out of Hillary Clinton's hands, but out of the United States' hands, because Barack Obama and his administration had some requirements that they wanted the Iraqi government to agree to, and that just wasn't going to happen. So it wasn't for lack of trying that the United States pulled so many troops out of Iraq in 2011.
All right, let's move over to Senator Tim Kaine, of course, making some arguments on his behalf and, of course, Hillary Clinton's behalf. What did you select to put through the truthometer from him?
So the first thing that we put through the truthometer from Tim Kaine tonight, with more to come, is him talking about Barack Obama's record on jobs. So he said about 15 million jobs have been created under President Obama. And we rated that half true, because the number is accurate, but it's a little bit of cherry picking, because they're starting from one of the lowest points in Obama's presidency and giving a little bit too much credit to a president when really economics have so many factors that go into them, not just what the president does.
All right, and you have a team of people working on this all night. There's a lot of content to sort through there. Lauren Carroll, thanks so much, from PolitiFact, joining us tonight right here in Spin Alley. It is kind of a close quarters here where we are. Some of the national networks right behind us pulling people onto their post-debate shows. And I do want to just point out what a lot of people said right after the debate is they were a bit surprised at how spirited the discussion was. They were sitting at a table, as you saw, Tim Kaine, Mike Pence, just about a foot away from each other, making their arguments tonight. And they talked about Russia, they talked about North Korea, they talked about abortion, they talked about guns, talked about military, national security. Many times throughout the debate, though, if you noticed, after the topic was thrown out, it would inevitably turn back to Mr. Trump's taxes or Mrs. Clinton's husband's foundation, the Clinton Foundation. So it was tough. It appeared at times for the moderator to steer the conversation back to that topic. But in the end, it is out there. And so now a lot of people are going to talk about all of that as we lead into Sunday. That's when the top two candidates of the ticket will debate. That's happening in St. Louis. But right now, so many people packing Spin Alley. We'll have a full report coming up in the morning on 41 Action News today from here in Farmville as the dust is beginning to settle after the one and only vice presidential debate. People circling around, different lawmakers here locally, seeing how they rated tonight's performance. But for now, live in Farmville, Virginia, on the campus of Longwood University from the vice presidential debate, I'm Mike Marusarz. Rhiannon, we'll send it back to you in Kansas City.